What is up, everyone? It is Midwest Raider Game Update coming at you with another video for my channel. I'm really excited to bring you this great video about another Raiders loss. All right, yes, we did lose 23-18 in our home opener in Las Vegas. So my question to all the fans out there, comment please, do you think the Raiders have any kind of home field advantage anymore? There was a lot of Pittsburgh Steelers fans in Vegas, which is a destination place, which, you know, people have money to go to destinations, and Raider fans don't have money to buy tickets to go to their own home games. So that's fantastic. I don't really see it being a home field advantage anymore for some games. I mean, some I do, but yeah, man, it was a sea of yellow in there. It was probably 50-50 mix, but it looked pretty crazy on a home field advantage. Are we going to have that anymore? I don't even know. You let me know what you think and comment in the comments below, please. All right, let's talk about this loss. There's a few points I want to make, and let me know what you guys think as well. I'm always here for some comments. But we did lose 23-18. Pittsburgh goes up to 2-1. We go to 1-2. It's only the third game of the season. I did see flashes of cool things that happened. Like Davante Adams is a beast. It was fantastic watching him get 13 catches. I think this game, 13 catches for 172 yards. 2 touchdowns, always good to see touchdowns. Jimmy G, 28 for 44, 324 yards, 2 touchdowns, but 3 interceptions. And that was really probably the biggest thing in this game. We'll talk about that here in a couple seconds, but I think the interceptions really killed us this game. We did get the run game going probably in the fourth quarter. I really think it opened up, and maybe we should have ran a little bit, let them pound the ball a little bit more. But 17 carries for 62 yards, but he only averaged 3.6 yards a game, so it wasn't fantastic, but at least he got more than -2 yards that we saw last week. Jimmy Garoppolo did convert, two runs for 7 yards, and one of those was for a first down, so it was good to see him still mobile and get out of the pocket. And I will give Jimmy G some credit for spreading the ball around a little bit more this game than he did in the first 2 games. He really kind of targeted Jakobi Meyers in the first game just exclusively. Then Jakobi Meyers, of course, went out, and then we concentrated on Davante in the last game, and Josh Jacobs. Those 2 guys got all the balls. And this game, he did spread the ball out a little bit more, which I was impressed that he did. So he got it to Davante, he got it to Jakobi Meyers, he got it to Josh Jacobs, Hunter Renfrow, Ameer Abdullah, DeAndre Carter, but we did miss a couple passes on. He did go for the tight end, but I believe they dropped that pass. I think Jimmy Garoppolo was just a little bit off this game. They did say that he might have suffered a concussion at some point in this game. Is that an excuse? I don't know. Is that why he was throwing some weirdly horrible balls this game? It's possible, but really, if that's the case, then we probably should have got him out, and that's a coaching thing, right? Coaches should have took him out, put somebody else in at the time. I don't know, but some of the interceptions he threw was really, really bad. One was seriously right to the defenders, and I'm sure it was a miscalculated route, but I don't know if it almost looked like he was trying to throw it out of bounds, but he threw it short, and it got picked. And then there was another pass that just looked horrible, and it got picked. Like I said, he threw 3, and I think that was a really big reason, along with some offensive penalties that really drove us back. We actually had, at the end of the game, some penalties that drove us way far back, and then we drove so close. We were 2 yards or 5 yards away from a first down. And then, of course, at the end of the game, we decided to kick a field goal instead of going for the win. Now, I believe that was a big mistake for coaching, it was probably first down and 36 yards because we had a bunch of penalties and it drove us way back, and we actually got all those yardage back to 5 yards. So we were moving. We had some momentum, and I think the coach misjudged that, Josh McDaniels. And you have to know when your team has some momentum, and we should have went for a touchdown. Even if we wouldn't have got that win-lose scenario, like I said, if you win, you're awesome. If you get it, you're going to get ridiculed. But you're going to get ridiculed more when you kick the field goal with so much less time, and you can't even give your offense enough time to get the ball to. Now, yes, our defense was playing a lot better in this game and gave us opportunities to win. But at the same time, our offense in the fourth quarter was looking pretty decent. And I think you have to know when your team has momentum. And we had some momentum, and we killed it when we kicked a field goal, basically, is what I'm trying to point out. All right, let's talk about a little bit of specs in this game. I think I already talked about Jimmy Garoppolo had 28 for 44, 324, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Josh Jacobs, 17 carries for 62 yards, better than last week where we had negative 2 yards. Jimmy Garoppolo did move his feet a little bit. Like I said, some of the offensive players that we have had a pretty good day. 172 yards for Adams, 85 for Myers. Jacobs had a few catches. So the ball was spread around, like I said, which was great. So I'm happy that the offensive did that. But something was just wrong with Jimmy G, and that's why I believe we lost this game, because there were some really, really bad throws made in this game that just didn't make any sense. So very confusing. He did not look good for his home opener. Let's talk about the defense a little bit. The defense looked good, in my opinion. I think the defense really kept us in this game to allow us to come back in the fourth quarter, which kind of happened in that Bills game. And I hate this as a Raiders fan, because they give you hope at the beginning of the game. You're like, hey, we just scored pretty quick. And then Pittsburgh came right back and scored. And then in the fourth quarter, we're like, hey, we're not too far. It looked really bad. It was like, I don't even know what the score was, but it was like 21-7. And I'm like, I don't think we're coming back from this. But then they give you a little glimmer of hope as we show life and do drive down the field a couple times. So, but then inevitably we grab that L. So really painful for fans to watch games with the Raiders, but it is what it is. Hopefully we can learn from this and move on. Some of the ballers in defense was Robert Spillane, like I said, a big tackler. He had 6 tackles. Marcus Peters, 5 tackles. Diablo, 4 tackles. Nate Hobbs, 3 tackles. So all the people that you normally hear had some really good amount of tackles. But the whole defense basically was kind of involved, so it looked pretty good. One player of the day, if I had to pick a player of the game, it was Marcus Peters. Marcus Peters had some really good plays on defense. And I keep telling my friends this, that we are 1 second away from making a great play in the last couple games as well. And if we could just overcome that 1 second, if we could get ahead of that 1 second, we would make a fantastic play. But we're always 1 second away. And so we need to get that second back and make the play. So Marcus Peters had one ball hit him in the hands, and he was pick 6 right there. And that would have been huge momentum in this game, that we could have swung a little bit in this game. And so, but Marcus Peters did have a great game. I think he had great coverage. They were picking on him on that side, and he cut some routes. It looked good. He really did have a good game, and it was nice to see him shine. So hopefully he's wearing that 2-4, that big jersey, that Wad Woodson jersey, that very popular jersey that a lot of great players have won. And hopefully, now that he's feeling a little bit comfortable, I see him starting to jump routes. Maybe he can really take that 2-4 over and bring it home for the defense and start getting some turnovers, because we really need him on the defense. We couldn't get turnovers. I did see, defense flying to the ball, trying to punch balls out, things like that, but we just can't get lucky and get a mistake and get that 1 second back to make a great play. Talk about is Jimmy G. He's in concussion protocol, so I don't know if he's playing this week. If he's not playing, who do we want? I really don't want to see Brian Hoyer come in. Even though that would be a safe option, I really like to see the rookie. Josh McDaniels might want to make a splash by having the rookie play, but at the same time, we might just play it safe. I don't know. The good thing is that Aiden O'Connell did look really good in the preseason. Now, I know he was playing 4-string talent and all that good stuff, but when a certain player has a confidence about them, you can tell that, and you could see that in Aiden O'Connell's play in the preseason. He had a confidence about him. He made decisions when he had to. He made good decisions, and he kind of took charge of that offense in the preseason, which looked fantastic. Compared to Brian Hoyer, which is just the backup role that he plays every year for the last 17 years of his career, you could tell that he just plays a little bit safer and he doesn't take the chances that a rookie like Aiden O'Connell is going to take and, try to make his place in the NFL. So I'm like, what do we have to lose? If we don't have a starter, put in the rookie, give him a chance, give him the keys to the car and let him drive. So I'm down with that. What do you guys all think of that? Other than that, that's all I got for you today. I just want to talk about our next opponent, which we will have the Chargers on October 1. Geez, October already. Time is flying. All right, Raiders, Chargers. Man, Chargers look really good in that last game. Chargers are 1-2. We're 1-2. If we can keep wins in the division, that's all I got to say. That's the biggest thing. If we can win division games, we could still possibly make playoffs. And I know it's hard to say right now since we're not looking fantastic, but let's stack wins. We can definitely beat the Chargers. We can beat the Broncos. It's kind of a crapshoot on the Chiefs. I have belief that we could beat the Chiefs if Mahomes has a bad day or something like that, and we could cover Kelsey, and if Taylor Swift don't come to the game. just jokes. But other than that, we gotta stack wins against division rivals and do the best we can to keep our record, above 500. So I think the Chargers looking good. They have the same teams that they've always had. But the Raiders at their stadium, which will still be kind of a home game, will actually probably be good for us because we actually have a really good turnout at SoFi. So we'll see. I think there's a chance. We got to put it all together. It'll be really interesting to see who plays as quarterback. If Jimmy G doesn't play, that'll be a really big factor on a win or loss because if Hoyer plays, I absolutely tell you we lose. If Aiden O'Connell plays, it's kind of a crapshoot because we don't know how is he gonna play against real talent. We don't know. And then if Jimmy G plays, he just was in concussion protocol, and how healthy is he? He also got bent backwards in this game by a crazy hit, so he's kind of hurt. So I'd be really interested to see how we play this week. It'll be a big thing, and we'll see where we're at. Are we going to be 1-3 or are we going to be 2-2? So, all right, that's all I got for you today. Thanks for letting me get in some time and talk about some football. If you guys have any comments, let me know. I'll get back to you, and we'll check you on the next video when I will talk about this Charger Raider game. See you soon.